Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day.
Welcome in, man. Big Business Sports, man. I'm your host, the boss. That's the co-host. Over there.
YJ, we here with it.
Yeah, and we're here to talk some sports with y'all tonight, man, because I think, and we're really going to keep it tonight kind of solely on basketball. Just for the night. You know, we may come back and talk some football. We may come back and talk some whatever. But right now, we talking about this NBA season.
So far,
that has, for one, let me just say this, had about 16 to 18 players that scored either 40 or 50 points in the first 4 or 5 games, bro. That is fucking crazy.
How many overtimes we had?
Ooh, shit.
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
Yeah.
But
it's good.
If you've been paying attention to the NBA, especially going back to last season, you know, the East is starting to step their game up, but also the East has a lot of injuries, man. When you talk about players like Jason Tatum, and there's a few others who have the same injury. That goddamn torn Achilles, which is a hard injury to come back from. So, you know, that brings up the question. With all these stars out from the East, do they even hold a flame to what the Western Conference and what you're seeing from the Western Conference, YJ? What's your thoughts, bro?
I've been a fan of the West from the get-go. Storylines on the West, just from a storyline perspective, from a star perspective, man. This West Coast is loaded right now, and I'm in love. I'm in love with it. I like to see it.
You're in love with her. I think you're in love with, or correct me if I'm wrong, because, you know, we'll tell y'all about team. My team is the Spurs. You know, here's
Dallas. Yeah,
you
Dallas
know,
Mavericks.
What you're seeing with this new #1 draft pick they call Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag needs to learn how to dribble the ball. That's what he needs to learn how to do. At the end of it, man, the fundamentals sometimes, man, you got to have them, and the awareness is not there. He's not aware of that defender coming around the backside, stripping that ball. These NBA, it's a fast game. That's all, you know.
So, do you give him some type of grace, because when he was in Duke, he wasn't no point guard. I mean, he what, 6'8", 6'9". I don't think he ever probably played point guard. So if you go, especially in the first game of the season, where they played against them Spurs, you put him at point guard and he never played it. Do you give him grace for that?
I don't feel like professional sports is a place for grace. You know, you got to take the bumps, you got to take the bruises and learn, not only from a player perspective, but from a coaching perspective. Is
that not a bad decision from the coach?
Kid, yeah. I feel like, yeah. Kid, he threw him in that fire, man. No way he should be point guard. But the thing is about it all, and we talked about this, the point guard position is not what it was. You can be successful without having a traditional floor general. So maybe that's where Coach was going, Coach Kidd. Maybe that's where he was going with that. He's a stubborn coach. When he thinks something's going to work, he does it.
No way in hell. Ain't no way I'm going to agree with that. The floor general is very important to me. We talked about this, and I understand your point on where the NBA is moving because everybody wants to shoot. Everybody wants to shoot, and I think the point guard position, I guess, can be looked at as watered down because when you have guards, especially point guards, who shoot first and pass second, I can understand why you say that. But at the same time, that floor general controls the basketball. He has to have handles, just like you just spoke of when we talk about Cooper Flag. He can't. Yeah. He ain't got the handles that he needs to have as a point guard.
Hell no.
So I was watching the game with, I believe it was New York. Was it New York and Cleveland? I believe it was New York and Cleveland the other night. That game looked so sloppy when they took out Brunson, when they took out Mitchell. The ball kept being turned over because you don't have a point guard in the game that can handle the ball. That's the drawback to it. You talk about the shoot first guard. Then on the other hand, you got the power forward that can be looking at this side of the court and throw a perfect assist like this. So both of these things are kind of playing together when it comes to scoring. That's what the NBA wants. That's what the coaches want. That's what we want. 130 points a night on this scoreboard. And, you look at John Stockton and those, just gritted out type of assist first players. They wasn't all the time high scoring teams. And I don't think that's what the NBA wants anymore. Like, you want running gun, you want fast, you want one pick and roll, boop, 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 kick it out, boop. Or the opposite, boop, boop, kick it in, boop. Like, it's just such a different game. But as far as, the title, as far as the Eastern Conference and the West, the West is just a lot more interesting to me right now. And that may change, but it always has been for some reason. I can't even really explain it. Maybe because my team, I've been a Mavericks fan since a kid. So I understand. I'm a Jordan fan, so I always rock with the East. But, I think everything has changed as far as the landscape. And I really feel like Kawhi Leonard was the reason that happened. And also LeBron going to the West as well. You snatching all the greats from the East, put them to the West, just like Kevin Durant. He's now on the West.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have too many of the greats longer in the East.
Yeah. With Dame when he come back.
If he come back. But so let's go
come back.
What we're here for. Well, now,
yeah.
Of course, the question is, does the East even hold a flame to the West? Let's talk about the West first. I know you're more familiar with the West.
Let's do it.
Top 5.
I'm looking at OKC. Top 5. I don't know if I'm sold on Golden State being top 5. I mean, at this point, it's hard to tell, man. We early on, and you look at the standings, you see Rockets at 10 and Golden State at 3. And I can't help but think, like you said on that one chat, with both of them gonna meet in the middle type of thing. I can't help but think that my Mavericks and them Houston Rockets is gonna be more up. So as far as top 5, I'm gonna say OKC. I'm gonna say 4 games is small sample size, but as far as what's on the board now, I'm gonna say Denver. I'm gonna say OKC.
He ain't even throw his team in there, people. That lets us know that Jizzle don't even believe in the goddamn Mavericks. Boy.
Well, no, I said the Mavericks, of course, that, top 5, man.
Okay, but, so that's 3 teams. OKC, Denver, and the Mavs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rockets, man, look, we got to go, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be up there. The Spurs, the team basketball, man. Like with the Spurs, I think you got your man, and it's a matter of who's gonna consistently be the 2 and 3, who's gonna consistently show up out of all those other guys on that team. So
I appreciate it. Because you got to understand, we still ain't got Darren Fox. Jeremy Shohan, neither one of them have played. And them are 2 key components to the Spurs. But I think you gave us Denver, OKC, Dallas, Spurs,
Rockets.
And you gave us that list in no order. Cool. I respect
No
it.
order.
My top 5, and I'm gonna give that motherfucker in order. OKC, Spurs, Denver,
He gonna say Clippers.
Golden State, Rockets. Yeah, I know some people might switch the Rockets and put them 4 over Golden State, but I feel like Golden State, they're a veteran team with some young pieces like Kuminga, who's gonna go out there and ball his ass off, you know.
Yeah.
And you got Mr. Buckets, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Another veteran. So I'm choosing veteran. And I can't say Houston is not a veteran team because they got no nappy head ass KD, but they do got more younger players on their teams. But I don't think they'll beat Golden State. That's my top.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, Golden State, they got some young guys over there that can run, man. The sample size, like I said, man, is small. To Dallas, I talk about the ball handling and the PG position and the offense, clicking. You put a Kyrie Irving back in that mix, and who knows what they look like. So it's kind of hard. It's like the most known unknown when it comes to some of these teams and what they're doing now and what they could, be. These scouting reports start to line up, and shit might look different for when these teams go in here to these games, type of thing.
Yeah, with Kyrie and him coming off with that ACL, torn ACL injury, you wonder how he's going to return. And I understand, you spoke to me backstage about the type of injury he has.
The type of player, yeah.
And the type of player he is, he moves, he's quick, he's fast. I think it's not as bad unless he had like an Achilles. That's totally different. So I think Kyrie's gonna come back and be, I ain't gonna say the old Kyrie. I think he'll be more than the sample size of himself. I think he's definitely gonna be productive for the Mavs. But without him, we're not gonna see the Cooper flag that I think the fans want to see.
That's the key. That's the key. Because I think, far as Kyrie, he knows how to play a role, even if he's not 100%. He knows how to play a role of a point guard. He knows how to do it. The awareness is there. He knows. So, but as far as I had what you said, what?
I don't know about that, but go ahead.
Okay, well, I think veteran Kyrie, I do believe, knows the role of what a floor general is.
Oh yeah, Kyrie. I thought you said Cooper Flag. My fault.
No. I wasn't talking about. I was talking about when Kyrie come back. He,
yeah. But he's a shooting first guard though.
He is. That's what he was. But I feel like if he needs to be that, I feel like he can go into that. 13 and 8.
Shit me.
You don't think so?
Fuck no, bro. Kyrie is a scorer. No.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
true.
no.
That's true. That's true.
Him
Hey.
score 13 points, give you 8 assists. Nah, I think he would do that. And I don't know how far Kyrie is towards the end of his career. I don't know how this injury is going to play a important part of him making a decision
It's
how long he plays. 13 points a game, bro? No.
He's on the ladder. I'll say that. As far as how close he is to the end, but with his style of play, it's ladder, I would say.
Okay.
But he got something left. I think he's gonna have something left in the tank. Far as the Spurs, and I talked about the 2 and the 3. You as a Spurs fan, when you look at Wemby, when you look at those crunch moments, when you look at those, predictability and things going into, who is that 2-3 for the Spurs?
Well, right now, we got De'Aaron Fox, who was hurt.
Right.
He'll be back. I don't know the time schedule they have for him to return just yet, but he's definitely gonna be that 2, which he could be 1 on anything. But you got alien like Wemby on your team, you ain't finna put nobody over him. So I'm definitely gonna say he's 2 all day long. Castle will be 3, and I'm real skeptical on even saying that because he can't shoot. But he is the new age Russell Westbrook. He'll go in there and get rebounds. He scraps for every loose ball.
Yeah.
He can pass the ball. He will shoot a 3 and hit it sometimes, but his free throw percentage is fucking horrid. It's horrid.
Damn.
It's horrid.
I never understood short people who can't shoot free throws. I was
just saying that.
What the fuck, man? That was like a prerequisite to being small on the court at a certain time. And if you small, you gotta have a shot, or you gotta be able to make free throws. That shit is weird.
I guess it comes down to the work you put in. So it really doesn't matter the size. It's the work you put in. Because Wemby can shoot, and big men are not known for shooting free throws very well.
Right.
He can.
Right.
So that's who I see from the Spurs. Like I said, Jeremy Shohan, he'll be back. He's a great all-around player, defensive player. Get you some buckets, get you some boards. But I want to move to the East for a moment. And, the team that, the coast or the conference that has the most injuries. We know Dame Lillard in the West, who has the Achilles injury as well, who I feel like the Bucks shitted on. And I can't say they're going to pay for it because right now they look okay. But you got people like Halliburton for Indiana.
Yeah.
You got people like Jason Tatum from the Celtics, who are 2 of the top tier teams in the East who are missing their star pieces. So I'll go ahead and start with who I feel will be the top 5 teams right now, because I don't believe Halliburton's going to come back this season. Jason Tatum feel like he can, but if he does, he's pushing it, and that's dangerous. But anyway, so start with my top 5 from the East. I got to go to New York. With Brunson, and we just talked about Cat. Sometimes he play real soft. His big ass play real soft.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
But I think with their team, with their core pieces, they bring back all the pieces that they had from last year, minus their head coach. And I think they got Mike Brown now, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have the best chance out of the East. But as I watch this season continue, I see some other teams that might do some things. A lot of people don't believe in Cleveland, and I understand why, because what have they done for the past 2 seasons? Get injured. Their main players get injured.
Yeah.
So Go ahead.
Shit, didn't they win the first 25 games of last year? Didn't they do a streak last year?
Yeah.
Like,
what did that mean?
That's what yeah. What did it mean? It mean won a lot of games.
But top 5, New York. I'm going Orlando because they got that boy Bang who just went to their team this year. I think he's going to be something serious in Orlando. Then I'm going with – I'm going to slide Cleveland at 3. I'm going to put Detroit at 4. And I'm going to put – this is my surprise pick. I'm putting Philly at 5. Because that boy got them I think it's Edgecombe. And that boy little small guard who put up about 40.
Maxi.
Maxi. Yeah, Maxi. Yeah. That boy right there be hooping. I don't want motherfucking Embiid though.
I don't know. They can sit here, man. I ain't gonna lie. They need to figure out what they're gonna do with that boy. Far as the East, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know who. You know, I don't like as far as Jaylen Brown, him being the Superman for Boston. I don't like White. What's the bald dude with the light-skinned bald dude with the beard who throw up all the 3-pointers? Yeah. 17 3-point attempts in one game. Like, I just don't like how they play. But I haven't seen much from the East Coast. I did watch some of a Bucks game, and Giannis is looking like Giannis looking crazy out there, man. Just the downhill. It's like in football, like you just that downhill runner. That's what it's like. You can't just stop the shit. It's like Wemby. You can't stop certain shit. You can't stop. You can't stop Giannis, man. Far as Orlando, the fact that you said that, in last year there was some things I don't know, man. It's certain teams I always kind of check for, and Orlando's one of them. Sacramento's one of them. I guess what about Orlando? You put them on your list.
They're a solid team, bro. Great coaching. This team has been on the rise for the last 3 years, and I think when they added Desmond Bane to their squad, I think that was a big piece that's gonna improve this team tremendously. We'll see though. It's no guarantee because this is the NBA. It's any given Sunday, but it's the NBA. You never know, because when we realized that Tatum was not gonna play, we thought Boston was just gonna suck. We didn't think Jaylen Brown was gonna be someone who steps up to the plate and lead Boston.
I don't believe. I don't believe.
You don't believe in Jaylen Brown? Well, they done played a lot of top tier teams in the first 4 or 5 games of the season, and they was in the game the entire time. Some of them they won, some of them they lost. I think when it comes to Celtics, they have a winning tradition. I think it comes from coaching and how he sends this team out there on that court, either prepared or not. And I think they've been prepared. They just are lacking their team captain. That's it.
Right. So when you look at the top from the East and all that you just talked about, and you look at the top from the West and what you said, does the East Conference to you hold a flame to what the West got going? Do you think the champ? And it's almost like a prediction blog. Honestly, we just kind of standing on something. But what's your thought, man?
I mean, the fact that you just asked me that, my brother.
I should knock the shit out of this motherfucker right now.
Damn, I got to be all that.
Nah, bro, you know the East full of flame.
Yeah.
To the West, bro. Stephen A. feels like this is the greatest opportunity that the Knicks had in maybe 25 years.
And then he said the Mavericks was going to win a championship this year, 2 weeks ago.
Stephen A.
Then what he do?
He can't predict.
Right.
He can't predict shit, bro. he went back on his word so quick when they played against the Spurs in the season opener.
Yep.
That's when he started saying the Spurs can make it to the Western Conference Finals, which I can rock with you on that, but I'm rocking with you because that's my team.
Yeah.
But if anybody was to believe in Stephen A. and what he said as far as who he thinks is going to make it where, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do
Fair
it.
weather. It's very fair weather.
He switched that decision up quick, but he gonna rock with his Knicks, which I respect and understand.
Yeah.
But none of those teams from the West, from the East, will be the goddamn team that comes out of the West. I just don't believe that. Unless something happened tragically while all the top teams from the West, their main player get injured, and you got somebody coming into the the NBA Finals like Memphis Grizzlies or some shit like that. Then New York.
Yeah, I mean, and even with someone like the Clip, I feel like if the Clippers if the Clippers in New York was in a 7-game series,
Clippers will win.
I feel like there's a few teams on the West where people, they'll give NYC a run for their money type shit,
Yeah, and you notice that I didn't even name the Clippers in my top.
You didn't name them
because I've watched them lose 2 games they should not have won. Yeah, they played Golden State last night, but you still should have beaten them. So I feel like it's gonna be another bullshit ass season for the Clippers, but not for them Spurs.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, man. Anything else?
Where you put your Mavericks at the end of the season?
Mavs, we're gonna be at the 5 by the end of the season. We're gonna be at the 5. We're gonna get it together. Cooper Flash gonna find a role. He needs to find more than a role, but he needs to find a bag. Like NBA players have bags that you get in. Right now, all Coop got is a dribble drive and a spin. That scouting report says that. I can guarantee, I put money on that scouting report saying all this man has is a dribble drive spin. Nothing else. To get to that, you're a slasher. You have to find and be crafty. One thing I will say is when he gets close to the rim, he is very crafty, very shifty, very bendy, very flexible, and he can be graceful and get that ball in that hoop when he gets close. But you have to get close first if you're a slasher. So,
okay.
You got to figure it out. Mavs got to figure it out.
And I think right now we're in we're filling out stage right now because we're in the first few games of the season. So a lot of things can change by the time we even make it to the All-Star break. But when we get to the end of the season, I feel like my Spurs will be somewhere. I don't want to predict where in that top 5 as well.
I ain't mad at that. Good health.
Yeah, we got to keep Wemby healthy. De'Aaron Fox need to come back and stay healthy. And the rest of we got a great supporting cast, and I think that's going to play a key part. We got to stop all these dumbass turnover Spurs. So, yeah.
And on that note, as boss, I'm YJ. Big Business Sports. We out.
Big Business Podcast.